can see the way they hate. And I know better than to listen to the people who are calling us slaves. I can feel the sunlight shining.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name's Brian, and today is Thursday, February 15th, 2024, and this is episode 634 of the Lots Project podcast, and it's titled Awesome VD. I will be chatting about how awesome my Valentine's Day was, and it turned into more like Christmas than Valentine's Day, really, but always a wonderful day with my beautiful wife and my Valentine. So, some things have to happen to make it a little extra special. Also, because of yesterday, I have a big old day planned today, so I'll chat about that and a few other things. First, let's check in with that coffee crew, see who's hanging out, grab a cup of coffee and hang out for about an hour. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Who's in the chat this morning so far? We got Pip in first. Pip and Gingerbread talking early. Gingerbread had an interview yesterday. They didn't quite realize the market for drivers. It appears guessing he's going to be sticking at his current place of employment, if anything. Good morning, Pip. Gingerbread rewilder life, looking like she's got a very busy day ahead today. Hanging laundry, stopping in. Chuckleberries. What are chuckleberries? I don't know if I've heard of chuckleberries. Anyway, one of the fantastic things that happened on my Valentine's Day was I got my C4 box in, and that contributes to actually what's in my cup this morning. And I bent the rules. I bent my own rules this morning for sure. My routine 99% of the time with my coffee is to finish the bag. So I order the coffee by the pound in C4 Club. It comes once a month. I get enough for the month and a little extra or a little less. Brian's always awesome about sending me sending me bonus coffee or stuff to try, things like that. Guys, if you haven't checked out the C4 membership, if you drink coffee and you haven't checked out the C4 membership, there's something you should. I mean, you just should. Pip says yes, they're more like guidelines. Yes. I got the C4 box yesterday, and the highly awaited 2 pounds of coffee, light roast and medium roast Tanzanian peaberry, right there in my C4 package. If you listen to the show last week before, when Brian started talking about getting the peaberry in, I mentioned how much, and it's been more than once, but how much La Manita peaberry was my favorite coffee back when I got immersed into coffee culture working at Caribou before they went all corporate, when they were still small and still small, and I was taking education classes about coffee and all that stuff, and peaberry just it hit different. The light La Manita peaberry was my favorite. Brian didn't have peaberry for the longest time. He was under the impression that he couldn't air roast peaberry because it was round and the air wouldn't catch the bean enough to use it in the air roaster. But he found out contrary, and here we are. He picked up some Tanzanian peaberry, got that brought in. So a little different than the La Manita, but same bean mutation, where it's only half the bean. It's it really sucks the flavor in and the complexity into that bean, because it's a mutant basically. Well, he got it. He roasted it up. He tried it. He withheld his. Jim says, "Are you live on Noster?" I should be, Jim. I should be. If I'm not, let me know, please. Anyway, he roasted it up. He withheld his judgments He knows that I was looking for a good cup here, and so Jim's not seeing me over there. Okay, I'll work on that in just a second. So he sent it out. I opened a pound of GSD yesterday or the day before. I it's So I have probably 6 or 7 French presses left in there. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm live over there. You're right. I had 6 or 7. Nope. Yeah, I am, Jim. I see it there now. Um, so I didn't want to wait to finish the GSD pound I had open to try this peaberry. And he sent light and medium for me to light and medium for me to try. So man, I had to bust it open. I clipped he drives truck, hanging laundry. He drives a gravel truck. Hanging laundry was wondering how gingerbread plays with rocks all day. Anyway, I decided to not finish the pound, and I opened this the Tanzanian peaberry light, and it's great, guys. It was everything that I hoped it'd be, and I'm curious tasting it if um I'm curious tasting it if the medium might actually be a preference for me. I'm not sure. I definitely am going to have to do a side by side on Saturday. I'll probably make a French press of the light and stash some in a travel mug so it stays hot. Make a press of the medium and taste them side by side. But the light, man, so so much, a lot of flavor, guys, a lot, especially for on the lighter end. That's the thing about the peaberry. It really brings in a lot of the flavor because it's only half the bean. Kind of like when a plant sucks all the energy and all the goodness into a flower of the plant, and now it's only half the flower, so you get twice the goodness. And then it's also Tanzania. Is that how you say it? It doesn't sound right. It's way up there on a mountain, so you definitely get some complexity in the soils and the elevation and everything. And man, it's good. I think the medium. I don't like dark roast. I don't like dark roast all that much. It always feels a little burnt to me, a little charcoaly to me, even with the air roaster where there isn't a ton of char. It always just feels a little heavy for me. Um and so um I think the medium's going to bring out Tanzania. Tasmanian devil. Tanzanian devil. Yeah, I think Jim was saying he's having trouble with the stream over on Noster. I think it's there now, Jim. I think it's there. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I think the medium might bring out a little more flavor. I think a post blend um a post blend with meat light and medium probably will be the winner. Standalone, they're both phenomenal. Good job, Brian. If you're out there yet, if you're out there listening, fantastic job picking up this specialty bean. I hope you continue with it because it's good, dude. If you're not going to continue with it, definitely stash some away for my C4 for a few months. Jim and Hunter over there on Twitch talking. They're both not seeing it over on Noster. Hey, you guys want to troubleshoot that by yourselves in the Twitch comments? Hunter, I sent you a Telegram message last night. You got package on the way. Any questions? We can definitely figure that out. Mike's Homestead said, did he answer the Noster question? I couldn't find it. And Hunter says, I am, you have to roll, you have to scroll. I'm a little further down, I guess. I don't know. There's Pickle Pete. Good morning, man. He says you'll love the post blend. I can only imagine the light. When I opened the bag, I knew it was going to be good. I knew from the smell in the bag that it was going to be good. I knew from the smell in the grinder, I knew more that it was going to be good. I could already please post the name of the coffee that is so good. Food Forest Farms. And it is a Tanzanian pea berry. I spelled that wrong, guys. Sorry. Food Forest Farms Tanzanian pea berry light roast. This is only I think he said it's not on the site. Is it on the site, Brian, or do you have to put it in the notes? There you go. Pickle Pete let you know they're hanging laundry. You get hooked up with Pickle Pete and he will take care of you. K-Bonk, good morning. How we doing? How's your coffee testing going, K-Bonk? I know you got some tasting going on. Yeah, this stuff it's great. Yeah, I could smell it in the grinder. And the first taste, I burned my tongue a little bit because I couldn't wait. I'm smelling it in the cup. I usually when I start to drink my coffee in the morning, when I start to drink my coffee in the morning, a lot of times I don't necessarily like my coffee hot. I grew up, my dad always put a little bit of water, cold water in his coffee or an ice cube. Like if you're at a restaurant and the coffee came, he would just take his spoon out of his glass of water and dump an ice cube or two in his cup of coffee just so you could drink it before, because it was usually nuclear hot at the diner or wherever. So I always got in that habit of not liking that super hot coffee. When I worked at Caribou, it was, it was like 202 degrees right out of the tap. And they put it in that super insulated cup so it would last longer. And I was always having them when I would order some. When I would order some as a customer or I would pour my own, I was always putting a couple ice cubes, and I always had them put it on top because they would put it on bottom and it would just you wouldn't even tell the difference. But if they put the ice cubes on top, you could take that first sip while it was still hot so you could get that flavor. I feel like the flavor goes away as the coffee sits there. So usually I got my big Toolman Tim mug here. It's rather large. If I poured this thing full, it's cold by the time I get down to the bottom, unless I'm just like sitting here chugging coffee. So I'll put a little bit in before the show, and it cools down very fast because it's warm in here. It's warm in here. It's cold. It's chilly in here. Coffee's usually warmer. It steams off really fast, and then it's nice and cool quickly, and I can taste it. Give it a little swish. Hunter was asking what I use to clean my palate when I drink coffee. A glass of water in the morning when I wake up. Basically, brush my teeth. And so I I did that with this, and I could barely wait. I poured it in the cup, and I got my nose down in the cup because the cup's so big, and I was able to really get a solid sniff out of there. And man, it was hard to wait till it cooled down just a little bit. So yeah, man, it's solid. Brian, I think I might a post blend probably would surpass all my favorites at this point. Hunter says I don't know where the share button is over there. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think is it on my NPub? If you go to my profile through my NPub, is it on the main screen of the profile live on Noster? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been able to mess around with it much, and while I'm streaming, is kind of tough to troubleshoot it. Good morning, Blakesley Acres. How are you doing? Hanging Laundry is asking what C4 is. C4 is a fantastic monthly coffee club from Food Forest Farms. Brian said he did a 10-minute 10-minute explanation of it yesterday. Basically, $40 gets you 2 pounds. I think it's $40. Is it still $40, Brian? Oh, HTTPS Food Forest Farms.com. I think this is not going to be if there's a typo, let me know. I'll fix it. All right. Well, that is the coffee. It was fantastic. I got that yesterday. Made it like Christmas. Actually like Christmas Eve. Brian said it when he got the green beans and then he roasted it and it was too late to try a cup. He said it was going to be like Christmas Eve, waiting till morning to try it. And when I got the box in the mail and I opened it up, I was like, yeah, I know what he feels like. I know what he feels like. Cause it was like 3 PM. And if I had made a French press at 3 PM, I would probably still be up talking to you this morning. 60 for 40 for the coffee crew. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So that was good. Waited all night. I didn't open it up and was excited to get up this morning. So that was reason number one that Valentine's Day was like Christmas for me, other than the fact I got to spend it with my beautiful bride. Reason number two was in that C4. Hanging Laundry says, yeah, isn't C4 an explosive? Yes, it is an explosive, but it's also a club for coffee, consulting, camping, and cannabinoids. I think are the 4 C's. I can't remember. Coffee. Gingerbread Farm says $60 worth of product for $40 and all the love. Dude, like all the love. If you don't know Brian, you don't know Scrambling, you don't know Pickle Pete, you don't know Hey Now or whatever he goes by today. The man is full of love for sure. So also in my C4 box, aside from my C4 membership, one of the things I work with Brian, he is one of my distributors for my Comfrey route. If you guys listen to the show, if you're new and you don't know, I was a Comfrey hustler. I was Comfrey slinger when I was up in Minnesota. And when I left, I had built the business and wanted to continue it. So I worked with Brian, probably another benefit of the C4 that I have a willing participant for some crazy experiments. Oh, Pickle Pete said they officially ended the cannabinoids on the surface. So it's C3 plus 1. So we got to come up with another C, I guess, Brian. But Brian, Comfrey. Brian was a willing participant to start up a farm out there, be a test run for a business in a box model, and fulfill my orders when I need to. So I was able to continue to build on the momentum that I had built over 3 or 4 years of selling it online. And so we are working on. Yeah, Pickle Pete, that's on my list too. And so we're doing some new testing. We're doing some different product packaging. We're doing kind of switching up fixing up the business in a box model. And so he sent some out. We're going to install it over at Delinquent Scully at Toolman Tim's, and then also at Off Grid Ping. My buddy Jamie, that lives right there by Delinquent Scully, got to know him a lot, and we're going to get him rolling with some comfrey. So going to make some content today, but that showed up in the C4 box. Brian is a multitasker, and he got that done for sure. Got that in there, all in the same box. Saves on shipping. The guy's smart for sure. And the last thing in the box, which was cool, I'm excited to get that comfrey in. And then the last thing in the box, because it was my birthday this month. If you guys didn't know, I made stickers at one point on Redbubble. I still have the account. I still make the stickers, but these are AI generated fractals. Mess around with the settings, mess around with prompts, and then I got these printed out, and then I made stickers out of them. Well, Brian bought some stickers a while back. He wanted to check them out, and he was willing enough to test the quality of the stickers, see if they lasted, and then he was sending them out to his C4 members randomly. So in a strange turn of events, the stickers that I made, I made the image. Well, I guess AI made the image. I made the prompt for the image. Brian bought stickers that I made and ended up giving them to me for my birthday. And this one here, if you're watching the live screen, you can see there's a marker on that. That is an autograph from a DJ that Brian went and saw at a rave. So yeah, it kind of makes sense on the fractal sticker. So yes. Yeah, it was cool. So the C4 box was a little extra special today or this month with comfrey root and stickers for birthday presents. So happy Valentine's Day to me, number one. Number two, I got a box from my friend Carrie Brown from Strong Roots Resources over in Knoxville. He is kind of a co-worker on the Delinquent's Gully project. And he is currently selling root cuttings, slips, elderberry cuttings. Oh, he was an Airbnb guest. Got it. Okay, got it, Brian. Thank you. I appreciate it, regardless whether he stayed with you or he was at a rave. Carrie has elderberry cuttings for sale. He has some other cuttings. He's getting into plant propagation, and we also want to do some plant propagation and use some of the things that he's propagating on at Delinquent's Gully. And since he's here in Tennessee, it's the right climate. They're acclimated, and so we thought that it would be good to install them. And then keep the commerce in network, because that's what we like to do, is use our people in network when we can. And so Carrie sent me out a big old box, HOA. You think Brian lives in an HOA? Hey, Brian, Who's the head of your HOA on that street? Is it the guy shooting the 9mm or the guy banging holes in your fence? Anyway, I was talking to Carrie. I said I wanted to get I wanted to get some elderberry started. Carrie had it available. We started chatting and he sent out a big box. He sent out a bunch of elderberry cuttings. He sent some spiral willow. He sent some yarrow, I believe. He also was going to see what else he could dig up and throw in the box. I haven't opened the box. I'm going to take it out. We're going to install it today, hopefully get a lot of content out of it. So that was super cool. I like getting plants in the mail, especially when I have some place to go plant them. That's fantastic. So that's the big plans for today. I'm going to be heading out to Delinquent Scully. I'm going to be hanging out with Jamie at Off-Grid Ping, and we're going to be doing some content, breaking down a comfrey order, how the plant works, and get it in the ground. We're going to plant a bunch of it at his place. Then I'm going to head over to Delinquent Scully, and I got to do some ground prep and install elderberries, spiral willows, yarrow, comfrey, and then whatever Carrie dropped off. So whatever else Carrie dropped in that box. So man, present number 2 showed up in the mail. Now the crazy part about this is I've been having all sorts of trouble with USPS and UPS and the whole debacle with this ice and snow and things not getting delivered for a week. And I was kind of nervous with people sending plants. I knew Brian was sending plants. I knew Carrie was sending plants, and they don't really like to sit around for a week in a box. And so I was watching the tracking very intently. When Carrie sent me the tracking from Knoxville, it said it was supposed to be here yesterday. It showed up on time. Excited. Had some other things on the way that were scheduled for Thursday, and they all showed up yesterday. Awesome. Showing up early. USPS delivering early. When does that happen? And then when I went to the post office, when I got those delivery notifications, the lady brings me like a stack of boxes, not just my C4 box, not just my plants from Carrie box, not just my package from Atwood Rope that was supposed to be here on Friday. Nope, maybe Thursday originally. I think originally it was Friday, then it bumped to Thursday and it got delivered a day early. So it's actually 2 days early. I also had 3 other boxes from random Amazon sellers that just dropped me some products to test. Holy shit, it was like Christmas. It was. I was excited. She handed me all these boxes and she's like, hold on, I have to go check to see if there's any more. And I said, oh. So what did I get? What did I get in the mail? I got a bunch of stuff that I was waiting for that I had kind of forgot and was just waiting for them to deliver. My packages from a package from Amazon from stuff I had ordered. I had also I had ordered and waiting on a package, something I bought, or a couple items I bought, and then I knew there was a bunch of freebie stuff coming for me to do content with and promote them. So I'm going to talk about what I got today a little bit and show you. I'm excited. I already showed you the stickers from Brian at Food Forest Farms and my C4 membership. Thank you again, sir. I opened them up and just smiled, and I'm glad I get to test out my the quality of those stickers and get back to promoting them, guys. If you're interested in the stickers that I've made up over on Redbubble, let me know and I can drop you a link. I don't have it handy right here to pop it in the screen very fast, but they seem to be pretty high quality. Brian says that the stuff that he's put them on, they've lasted. and for the price that they are definitely solid. So maybe check those out. The first thing I got, let me see on my list here. Oh, before I get into what we got yesterday and the cool things I'm gonna have content coming out on, I wanted to remind everybody I had the interview with Drew Fisher from Blockstream yesterday, and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed talking to Drew. I realized I took too much time off on interviewing because it was I wasn't I was very happy with the conversation. I was very happy with the information that came across. I was not happy with the interview. My end of the interview. Drew was fantastic. We got the point across. We talked about a lot of things. I forgot the fact that I have to be very, very diligent in directing the conversation in those interviews. And with taking 6 months off or more from the last one, besides the conversation with Carrie, which was actually meant to be a conversation, not an interview. I felt disappointed in myself. Not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to delete it or anything like that. It wasn't horrible by any means. I think it could have been better, but I also try to hold myself to a better standard and always be improving. So definitely check it out. Check it out. I think Drew and I will be having a semi-regular conversation. He's a great guy, and I enjoyed chatting with him, and he's got a lot of knowledge to share, not just with the Blockstream and Jade and all of that, but just Bitcoin in general and crypto in general. He's been around the space for a long time. Like I have probably he's probably 7-8 years now. So it was good. It was good. Chris Dixon. Chris Dixon says you spend too much time talking to yourself. It is. It is. And I didn't ever talk about it, but when I would do the interview shows, it was very, very, very in the front of my mind being the conductor of the train, I guess is a way to put it. The bus driver. When I talk to myself, it's just me and all my friends in my head. But yeah, it was a great conversation. Drew was excited to possibly come on every once in a while, especially if they come out with a new product or they come out with a new feature with the Jade, things like that. He wanted to come on and talk about it, but I might I've been kicking around getting back into interviews a little bit and doing something like Toolman Tim's doing with his Patreon. I don't know. I don't know yet. It's really on the back burner. I'm just doing interviews as they come up. I've been trying to get with Drew and get on the calendar for a long time, and he finally his calendar freed up, and so did mine. So we just did it. Carrie was a spur of the moment decision. So I don't necessarily think I'm doing interviews again yet. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Really depends on who wants to be interviewed and what it's about. So Gingerbread Farm says I like to be at the front of the train. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guess being at the front's better than being the guy in the middle of the Human Centipede. Guys have seen that movie, right? My favorite scene in the whole Human Centipede, the first movie, is when the guy takes the new Human Centipede out for a walk, and the first guy is going along, and all of a sudden he looks behind him and he goes, "I'm sorry." Oh, Pickle Piece says lay some good ones down at SRF. Yeah, I'm yeah, there's wheels spinning on the interview. I enjoy doing it. But when I finished yesterday, I really felt like I forgot that it was an interview. I just was having a conversation with the dude. So, so Blockstream, that link to that video is in the video notes. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop these links in the chat down here as we go. Here's the Blockstream. interview. So that was good. I enjoyed that. If you want to pick up a jade, or you need help with a jade, or getting started in Bitcoin or anything like that, definitely reach out to me. I'd be happy to set an appointment with you and figure out if it's something I can help you with, and a path to get you where you want to go. The next thing that showed up is our paracord. Corey and I have started messing around with some paracord bracelets, some survival bracelets, and now I've gone down that rabbit hole on YouTube, and man, there's some cool stuff we want to make. We're gonna make some little fidget spinners, some different keychains and stuff like that. So we had to order up a bunch of we had to order up a bunch of paracord. And I do have a company that I partnered with over on Shopify that is a rope supplier. Atwood Rope. We ordered it up, came super fast. I think we ordered it on Sunday night, I believe, and it was here on Wednesday. We got a bunch of paracord, got a bunch of paracord. Hunter was asking about macrame with paracord. Nope, I'm going to show you what we got done so far. We ordered a bunch of different colors, and we were just pounding out these bracelets to start. These simple like paracord bracelets. You've probably seen them everywhere. Got camo, tie-dyed, fruit stripe gum. This shine is really bad there. There's pictures of the Telegram group, but we pounded out a bunch of those. We got some glow in the dark ones, and so we started doing that just to get an inventory up for something to put on a vendor table at SRF. And then, as like I said, we went down the rabbit hole and found all the little like fidgety things that you can play with. And I'm excited to pick up some supplies to finish those. Like I said, we got key rings and carabiners on the way, so we're going to make some. We're going to make some other stuff, and yeah, it'll be fun. I think I'll get these all up on the Etsy. I will get them on our website as soon as we have the inventory we want to put on the table at SRF. I think is the ultimate goal with this, and then having inventory built up to throw on like places like Etsy and the website. So messing around with those this weekend, and I think eventually we're going to try to pound out new dog leashes for the dogs. I've been looking into that. That's going to be a big project for each one of those, and I think we're going to be able to do some. We're going to be able to do some cool things and add in some features that we don't really find on dog leads that we find in the stores. So we'll be able to custom make it. Jim says, how many is that? Just curious. This bag of them? Like this? Or how many feet of rope in it? Or are you talking to somebody else about something else? It's 7.5 feet of cord. And that bag, that gallon Ziploc bag has 20 in it, I think. Jim says, how many do I plan to bring to SRF? I don't know. We'll probably bring like 50 of the bracelets, and then a shitload of all sorts of different stuff. Depends on what I feel like making and how much cord we have. This is something. So we made our hats, and we realized we made the hats at the end of winter. We have an inventory of hats. They're listed on Etsy, and we pumped the brakes on inventory because we had enough, and we used up all the yarn we had. And we know that they're not going to be a huge seller. Hanging laundry, you're insane. No. They'll probably be a bigger seller coming into fall and not at the end of winter. And so we needed another project to do while we sit here and relax in the evening. If we were watching some Survivor to catch up with Kyle, or we're whatever we're doing, it's just something easy to do, mindless, and still produce a product. So it really just depends on what we get knocked out in the next couple months. Hanging Laundry says, Brian, be sure to check out Tandem dog leashes. Is that a brand, or are you talking tandem as in two dogs? Because there's no way in hell I'm hooking these dogs together. They're big enough by themselves. They all get leashed separate. But if you're talking tandem, tandem as in a brand name, we've just resigned ourselves to making our own. We've cobbled things together. We use different configurations depending on if we're taking them out by themselves or if we're going on group walks. Basically, what I have for a vision, because we use both a prong collar and a regular collar with a safety strap. So when we hook the dog's neck, when we hook the dog's neck up, we hook a prong collar and then a short lead to a regular collar in case one of them, if one of them breaks. So they have two leads on the end. They have the standard loop handle, and then we find that having a handhold, so you can have your hand at the end of the lead and let them walk loose, or when something comes around, somebody stops to talk to us, another animal approaches, they get wound up. You have a short handle, more down by their neck to control them a little better. I like that, but being a different height than Corey, the dogs are different heights. I think having different clasps along the way and make a short little, shorty handle that we can clip in wherever we want is going to be advantageous for us. So, Hanging Laundry, making tandem leashes. I don't know if we're going to be producing leashes for anyone else. I was looking at how much cord it is for ours that we want to make. I don't know. I'd have to charge a lot. I'd have to take. It would. Yeah. So, Gingerbread says he just said it, long leash with a grab loop with collar, but yeah, it's going to have multiple up the whole lead. We're going to be able to kind of adjust and then do an extension too, because when we take them out at night, they're all by themselves. Reweiler Life says, love the idea, sell the pattern. We might, that might be, and video and stuff. Hunter says not a fan of the streams on Noster. Let's talk about that after. To see what's going on there. We might sell the pattern. Definitely probably make video. Dixon says, I put a small D-ring about 10 inches from the neck and a second clasp at the handle. Yeah. That's where we have like a built-in loop down by the neck that you can grab onto, but it had a plastic coating on it, and they're so old that the plastic kindly cracked and it's uncomfortable to hold on to. So I'm thinking just a little hand leash to clip in there at any point would be great. So, Atwood, the paracord quality is fantastic. That we got some 550, we got several colors, we got the glow in the dark, like I said, but they also have a million different types of cord. They have micro cord, they got 90 cord or 95 cord, 120. They got all sorts of different styles, colors. You can build your own if you are doing a big project and you need like 1,000 feet or more. You can have them custom make cord for you. So it's a pretty cool site. I get a little kickback if you use the link that I put up there, or it's also in the video description. On to the next thing that I got yesterday. Let me see what I had in order here on the list. Stamp Seed. I've been waiting for a while for Stamp Seed. It showed up a couple days ago. What Stamp Seed is a here, I'll grab it. See if you'll be able to see this on the video. This is a titanium plate. Can't really get let me see if I can get the light right. Can't, oh, there you can kind of see it. The camera is sheesh. So this is a titanium plate with holes in the corners. When you order from Stamp Seed, you get that, and then you get this jig that it goes in, and a hallmarking set to stamp in your seed phrase. And there's 100 different ways you can do this. I'm actually doing a video on a DIY method to do, but you can see that goes in there. And yeah, they sent me out a whole kit. Seems pretty cool. It seems quality made. I'm excited to try it out. They also sent me this cool little book that is stone paper. Stone paper. If you don't know what stone paper is, I didn't know until I saw it. But basically, if you use a ballpoint pen or waterproof, or a ballpoint pen or a pencil, and you let the ink sit, or don't immediately swipe off the pencil, this paper is waterproof. So stone paper is waterproof. From what I understand, I'm going to do some testing on it for sure before I rely on it. But it sounds like you can write on this paper, get it wet, and it won't smear, it won't run, and it'd be a great way to store your seed phrases without having to worry about the wet. And you won't have to worry about fire with that titanium stamped seed phrase storage device. Excited to check them out. If you guys want 15% off anything at Stamp Seed, you can use the Lots Project. No special link, just regular stampseed.com, and discount code at the end, the Lots Project. You get you 15% off anything you order. So you want to try them out? That's pretty good discount up front. The stone paper does sound cool. I'm excited about that. I know that there's other products out there that use stone paper, and I was talking to Carrie Brown about it, how great it would be to use for property consults when you're out and it's kind of misty or rainy or drizzly, or the dew's out in the morning. You take out your notebook and you write, and then you get a drip of water on it and everything just smears. Just a thought. I'm going to test it out and see what I think of this stone paper. So it's really nice to be able to test things out and have them send stuff out to test it in exchange for making content. So, and then I get discount codes for you guys, and I make a little bit too. So awesome. Stamp Seed that came. I also got my testing device, my USB testing device. This thing, I just took a look at it for a minute last night with my phone. Actually, I think I used the Jade. But basically, you put a USB cord in. It's got USB-A and USB-C. It basically tells you the voltage, the current, how long a device has been, how long it's been charging, how much power has gone into the device, things like that. It's pretty cool. I noticed yesterday, I didn't even notice it until I was really looking at it, but there's also USB micro functionality here. So you got USB-A, USB-C, USB micro, in and out on all. It's got multiple different display settings. This is like $25. The tester's like $25, Brian. I'm gonna show you the display here. It doesn't light up until you have it plugged in. But yeah, basically you plug the cord in, you plug a device in. you put it in line and it lights up. And then there are several different display functions. You can get there's a graph in here, so you can be testing in real time, and if you got a crappy cord and you're wiggling your cord around, it'll show you your power up and down, your power loss. So I think it was like $24 ish, somewhere in there. I picked it up solely to test the test the solar panel. To test the solar panel that I got from Sunjack. I wanted to see if it actually put out 15 watts, like what the power was. And then I thought that what a great thing to have around for testing cables, for doing product testing videos, things like that. So that showed up. I'm kind of impressed with that already. And then I got some other free shit showed up yesterday. It was pretty cool. It was, like I said, it was like Christmas. The thing I've been surprised the most about, and we've already used it. I got the thing yesterday afternoon. It wasn't charged up when I got it. I did an opening. What is going on? Hey, good morning, Leone. Chris Dixon, doesn't show continuity on a cable. Yes, because if it doesn't have continuity, it won't come on. It won't show any draw. I think would answer that question. I haven't dug in. I basically plugged it in and kind of cycled through the screens. I got to do a how-to video. But I got this other little thing to do some Pickle Pete says, now I know how shitty my shitty cable is. Exactly. The other thing that showed up, and it showed up in the box, it was just this tiny little thing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So the way it's been working, I've noticed, is I reach out to a company through Amazon, and I'm like, hey, would you send out products? And they have multiple products. Like, so one company I wanted to get some cable pliers, basically crimper pliers. They had multiple settings and everything. So I reached out and I was like, hey, it was a cabling company. I'm like, hey, send me out some products to test. I'll do videos, content. I said, I never promise them that I'll do a good video. Like, I'll do a good video, but not a positive review. Like, I'm going to review this thing and tell people what I think. So I was like, hey, I love cable pliers. I had multiple when I was a technician. Some work better than others on different days, and it just is, I like having backups for my backups. And so they're like, yeah, we'll send out products, no problem. Give us your shipping address. So I give them the shipping address, and this is what they send me. If you're watching the video, you're like, what is that? A pillow? They sent me acoustic panels. That is 12 by 12. So 12 1 foot by 1 foot, 2-inch thick acoustic panels. And they're like memory foam. So they're squished into that package, and you inflate them, and then they're stick on the wall. Cool. Didn't ask for them. Don't know what I'm going to do with them. I do have some ideas, but when I first got them, I was like, wait, what? How does this happen? So anyway, random stuff showing up. And so this company, Kodiak, sent me this little tiny package. And I was like, what is this? What is this thing? I know I had talked to Kodiak, and they had told me they were out of the thing that I was requesting. They actually asked, and I was like, well, my crew, my audience, my reach is in the prepper, the homesteading, the off-grid, the RVers, the campers, that kind of thing. Send me anything that'll work. Anything that, you think whatever my audience, you think my audience would be a good sell, because they want to give away products that they're going to end up selling. That's the whole point. So I get this little box from Kodiak, and I open it up, and it's this little thing here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that with the light reflection, but it's this little flashlight, and it's got a key ring, you see, already on it. It wasn't plugged in. It wasn't charged up. So I started looking at the box, and this thing's like a 1,000 milliamp battery bank. So a tiny little battery bank, probably maybe charge your phone all the way. I still got to test it and see how much actually 1,000 milliamps is compared to a phone battery. A little charging thing like an Anchor where, you know, you charge one and then the input's one, the output's the other. But it's a flashlight. And I'm not going to turn it on here. I'll turn it on this direction so I don't blast you guys out of here. But 300 lumens. I was like, oh, that's not very bright. This thing, guys, it is super bright. Here, there you go. But it's got 3 settings. It's got 300, 120, and a 60 lumen. And it's magnetic. You can't see that. It's not in front of the camera. It's magnetic. This part, this on the back is magnetic. You can stick it on the wall. You can stick it on a toolbox. You can stick it on your car. Corey already asked for it. She was looking for something in the cabinet, and she's looking in the cabinet, and she's like, I can't see in the back. Do you got your little light that you were telling me about? Handed it to her. It worked great. I think this thing, it's waterproof, it's shock resistant. Like, it feels like it's rubbery coated. Feels like you could like throw it against the wall and it'd be fine. And it's all LEDs, so there's nothing to break. There's no light bulbs to break or anything. I'm excited about this thing. They're like $4. I think they're like $4. I don't know. I got the link here. Links for all this stuff in the video description. Actually, I don't think I put the tester in there. So if you're interested in the tester, let me know and I can shoot it to you. Chris Dixon says 300 lumens is bright in the dark. Yeah, it's bright in the light too when you shine it in your face. I found that out a couple times when I was like looking at it and messing around with it. And Jim says it's about a half of a AA battery. It says on the highest setting, on the full setting, it'll last like 2 hours. I think it lasts 2 hours. On the lowest setting, something like 10 for the light, and then the charging, I don't know. But man, what a great thing to throw in your glove box. Pickle Pea says perfect to fill with juice and pack in each tent. Put it in your backpack, hang it on your keys, hang it on something. I don't know how strong this little cord is, or how easy. I'll probably do a strength test at some point and break it. It's pretty thin. But Jim says stocking stuffers. Yeah, and at $4 or whatever it is, how do you really need to wait for Christmas? I really like this angled, beveled side, because then you can sit it and it'll like project up. Like if you have it on a table, it'll sit back and shine up at the top of a tent or wherever. I'm excited. I was excited about that. I also got some stuff. I got some massive body wipes for camping. These things are like 1 foot square shower wipes, kind of like dude wipes or those things. So I'm excited to try these out. They just showed up. I don't know if they could smell me through the computer. And yeah, I'm excited. I got a lot of content to make. Jim says Corey must appreciate that I got the wipes. Yeah. I've been watching reviews of all the stuff that people send me just to see what's already been talked about, what could be talked about, and what's being successful. And the people say these wipes are awesome. Not just for you, not just for your body, but for like wiping things down. You can use them to kind of clean your spatula if you're barbecuing, things like that. They're like a big moist towelette that work on your skin and also to clean other products. So I don't know. I'm excited to do the testing videos. I'm excited to get that out there. And Jim says tough enough for him, but gentle enough for her. Gingerbread says muddy dogs, and that's actually Norman Quake. Yep. That's actually what somebody in the review said. She keeps them by the front door of their house for when their dog paws are muddy, and I just kind of chuckled. I know they say they're massive, but I think it would be one wipe per paw for our boys. So I don't know. Videos coming soon, guys. Videos coming soon. I got a list of products also on the way, so I'm excited. I was able to get some opening, unboxing, kind of what comes with it videos done yesterday. I got to produce them probably when I get home from doing my big planting install today. And yeah, get some of that uploaded so you guys can check out the products along with me. Other than that, we're at over an hour. That was Christmas. I think that was everything that came yesterday. It was a crazy day. I just kept opening boxes, and been a while since Christmas was like that, where I just had stacks of boxes back when I was a kid. I was always the kid that wanted the most expensive thing and didn't care if I only got one thing. I wanted to blow the whole budget on the best thing I could find. So Anyway, like I said, out to do a bunch of planting today. We will circle back tomorrow. It's going to be a Friday. I'm gonna grab a couple people that were watching on Noster, see some feedback, see if we're gonna still go there. Guys, it's emerging technology. It's the new thing. There's going to be glitches and struggles and things like that. But definitely check out Noster, if not just for the live, for the freedom of speech and the positive energy. I love it over there. I love the interaction I have. I love the people that I get to see what's going on with their lives and share mine with them, because we're all there to lift each other up, and we all appreciate Bitcoin. I think mostly. Other than that, guys, I will wrap it up here. Jim says, let me know on Telegram if you want. Okay. Oh, I'll hook up with you guys on Telegram, and we'll see. Maybe over this weekend we'll figure out the Noster streaming thing and dial that in. I might have to move to OBS and then funnel that through StreamYard. But guys, I appreciate everyone listening. If you enjoyed the show, it's always free to hit that like, the share, the subscribe, all that stuff. Share it with your friends. Have them morning with us and check it out. Have a few laughs, learn a few things, enjoy some coffee, and start your morning right. To return value for value, please consider joining one of the YouTube membership tiers or listening on any value for value platform like Podverse or Fountain.fm. You can visit thelotsproject.com to find out more information. I'm also going to be putting all these products up there. Any discount codes I have, any specials going on, and just partner companies that I trust and recommend their products. So check that out, thelotsproject.com, under partner companies and discounts. Other than that, guys, it's Thursday. It should be a good day. It's going to be beautiful here. And then into some more rain over the next few days. So I'm excited to get out and enjoy that outside. Hope you have an awesome Thursday, and we will catch up with you tomorrow.